Let's paint something. Alright. Let's do something productive here. Coming out of the food coma that was Thanksgiving. A million things to glue together. Paint. Work here. Alright, got a lot to glue. A million and one things to glue. Alright, we'll see how it goes. Oh, crud, I don't have my phone. Kinda need my phone. A billion sisters to glue together here. They don't quite fit. We're going to clip off their little nubbins. Printed at a 120% scale because I can. I kind of want. It's not going to be an official Warhammer 40k army. I just wanted to paint something that looked vaguely like Sisters of Battle, so I'll have these little guys to play with. Be allowed an official tournament anyway because they're not GW figures. So, oops, that's a lot of glue. This has to be my favorite. Big old flamethrower. I'm doing 2 of each one because they've not all printed successfully, so I have like parts, random parts missing from various models. In fact, there's a 5th model that these arms go with that hasn't even successfully printed yet. It's still going. Couple hour or 2 left on that one. We will slowly getting a squad. It started out as a squad of 5, but it's going to be a squad of 10 just because I have so many extra parts. A few duplicates. That's all right. It's an imperfect world. But for a price of $15, for figures that I can print off as often as I want. That's a pretty good deal. Why is so much glue coming out? Sheesh. Tone it down, glue thing. So 2 of those. 2 happy little flamethrower users and super glue on my hand. It's alright. Alright, this one's like the leader. Because she has a chainsword. To get that on her. Clip the little nubbins off first. Less is more glue. Less is more. Right, gun on one side. Oh, drink if you're playing the game at home. Get our arms stuck on there. Looking good. Of course, she needs a chainsword. Fingers are dirty because I was doing all of the washing for these guys last night. Agrax, Earthshade all over the place. She's looking good. That's going to be a fun model to paint. Still haven't decided the colors, but we'll figure it out. Figure it out the day of. Morning of. Paranoid about flying resin bits lately. Pretty close call the other day with a little piece of resin that went flying up and hit me in the eyelid. A little paranoid. They look cool. A little tough to print off. Didn't quite print off as easy as some other types of models, but very cool. Lots of good detail. We're just gonna have 2 leaders in this group. 2 squads of 5, or more likely. You're glued. You're glued. I'm going to do their backpacks separately. It's the only thing I do sub-assemblies for painting for Space Marines and apparently for Sisters Battle, just because you can't really get to the good bits when their backpacks are on. So they will be done separately and put on near the end. Let's see how it goes. Than I thought it would be. It's like 80s movies montage here. Synthwave station. Clean up a few of these supports. While I can. I'm going to finish this arm and I'm going to be right back because I need to tell my son to do something that he forgot to do. return. Alright, made it. It has returned. As promised. Get going here. Needed a break from the Robot Legion stuff, so saw these. It satiated my desire to build a Sisters of Battle army, because now I can just do this unit and probably be done with it. It'll probably be it'll probably fill that need pretty quickly. Nope. Drink. Almost got me. Still gotta clean up some of these supports, but that's alright. So getting them together, it's gonna feel like an accomplishment here after 2 days of trying to print them all of their pieces successfully, which was easier said than done. Whenever you're messing with scale, you can't use their pre-generated supports. You gotta add your own, and sometimes it works better than other times. Two left, and again two more being printed, and then 2 more needing to be reprinted. It's a thing, a big long thing. At least got their guns right and their packs. Just have to actually get the bodies printed. Pretty cool figs. I'm really looking forward to painting them. I'll probably do that this weekend. Take a break from the Robot Legion stuff. And paint up some not sisters. Some figures that vaguely resemble another company's sisters. That's their problem. Alright, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So I just need the 2 more that didn't print. I'll be good to go. Have your squad of 10. The little lizard guys ready for priming. These guys look awesome. They came out looking rather well. This one had a couple of them had, I think it was maybe, yeah, not perfect prints. This back leg needed a little bit more support, but I'm gonna paint them up anyway and try to conceal the the damage. At least it's on the back. Would be a shame to just toss these away because they're 90% good. And this one printed out right. This nice two-handed axe. It's gonna be cool. Looking forward to getting those printed up too. Painted up too. Alright. So we got sister's stuff ready to go. We'll go in the priming pile. So starting an even larger priming pile here. Waiting on those two. We need to get sticks on these ones. But maybe I'll do that. What I need is to buy. I need to find little thin plastic stuff that works for these. Because using sprue bits can be a little bit of a hassle. So slowly eat through this old Silliness sprue for parts to have painting sticks. Gotta find places where it's weak, not weak. You had a good Turkey Day if you celebrated Turkey Day. Thanksgiving. It's good to play some games with the family. We got to get out Everdell. That was fun. Got my dad to learn how to play Everdell. That was fun. He was building a city full of little animals to play in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, one more. This is a cool piece. I'm going to use that someday on something in Kit Bash. Braided cloak thing off of it's a Tree Lord that I ended up giving away. I found this sprue later. Feel a little bad I didn't get to send it with the package, but c'est la vie. Let's get those glued on there. Since I have the quick set out already, might as well get this done. That'll save material. Just do it 10 times. One. Quiet morning. Family's still here, but they're all out shopping. And I have the boys here, but one of them's not feeling so well, so he's hanging out in his room. And the other one is out with his grandfather at the park. So that gave me some time to hop on the stream and get some work done. A little solitude never hurts after 2 days of family. Though I do feel incredibly thankful, like reading Twitter on Thanksgiving. Does everybody hate their families? Like, seems like everybody's upset. Please don't be. Sorry if it's rough. Holy cow. I think I might do black armor on these. What do you think? Black armor on the sisters, or we could go red? I feel kind of weird doing red on armies that aren't my AdMech army because I do so much red. And here I am with Robot Legion that's also tinted red. Apparently we do red a lot. I could do blue. I haven't seen a whole lot of blue sisters of battle. That would be unique. Oh, my hat hit the light. I think I have more backpacks than I need. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. Yeah, 12 backpacks. Currently have 8 sisters. Printed a couple extra because the early ones failed, so I added a few more to each of the subsequent prints, and so we ended up with 12 instead of 8 with 2 more printing. Let's not do that one. We'll just have one leader that has that'll differentiate the 2 chain sword holders. One of them will have the little iron halo, and one of them will not. So maybe the other one's lieutenant in training or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Thinking if I should just... Yeah, I'll put this one on a sprue too, since we're going to need it anyway for the next 2. A little bit of time and effort. And one more sprue piece. Oh, YouTube, you're so helpful. Like, concurrent user 0. I know that's not 0, but that's what it's telling me. Alright, that chore is done. We'll hang on to this one just in case. It can be an extra piece. It'll go in the extra resin bits box that I have been creating here. All the rando things that either had something wrong with them or were partially successful prints. This poor Marauder's arm. He's got a claw. Oh, no, now he doesn't have a claw. Now he doesn't have an arm at all. For some reason that Marauder did not like printing. Got the guillotine in here without a leg. Oh, yeah, another one. So when I try to print the guillotine again, that leg is getting some extra supports. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so those are all ready for priming. They got 2 extra arms for when that print job is done. Throw the extra here. Alright, so last time I was on here, the Robot Legion stuff wasn't washed, and I washed it all last night, so I would be ready for today. So I can actually paint. Super glue container is on its way out here. Anyway, deal with that later. Alright. These little bits here now. if they're washed, I can actually dry brush them, but I won't just do the bugs. These guys are ready as well. The infected ones, they're kind of cool because they actually have the little humanoid skulls on the top. Looking pretty dangerous. We will get going here. Need a piece of paper towel. Hard to dry brush without a paper towel. Alright, I'm not going to spend 15 minutes looking for the gold paint because I put it where I knew it would be this time. Imagine that. Everything in its proper place, in theory. So hit it with the wash, and now we'll go over it with the gold dry brush. Catch all those edges. Make them look aged. The actual robot pieces jump out from the background. I'm debating whether or not I need to try to go to the store today to get a TV. Might save some money on it if I go today, but I've never been the sort of person to actually go out anywhere on Black Friday. I need a TV for the downstairs, the new playroom. I don't know, maybe it'll wait for the weekend. Definitely wouldn't be a big box store if I do end up going. It'll be a local retailer. See how it caught the edges. Brings them out of that background, gives them a little bit of personality. Alone. No hecklers yet. Darn it. I was hoping to get at least one. rugs are dry brushed. So again, going with the gold dry brush to make them look aged. They've been living under a city for 1,000,000 years, only to come out and go, what the heck is going on here? Why are you on our turf? We're landing on a new planet, conquering them as they conquered 1,000 worlds before they are a robot legion. Doing what they do. What else would they do? So this one's foot didn't actually print well, but it's just good enough to fake it. I'm gonna hide it on the base. It's the good enough for government work. Not many people on today. I think that's a good thing. Hopefully out enjoying the world a little bit. That's okay. Still do what I gotta do. This guy's cool because he's all blades. Fists and elbows like a whirling dervish. Cry out, no, no, and all they hear is who wants cake. They always want cake. These guys dry brushed, and then I'll be able to start doing some detail work on them. They got cloaks, so we'll hit the cloaks with the purple, make them look awesome. And maintaining that Eastern Roman Empire look, with the dark red and purple and gold. All will be good. Drink. It's alright, it's gonna be a relaxing light day. I got some big stuff in the works for next week, and that'll just have to be patient and wait for it. I'm editing like 3 different videos right now because I have rabbit brain and just wants to hop from project back to other projects. It's just how it is. Work with the cards you're dealt. The brain you're dealt with. Your brain you're dealt. Terminator music. Terminator is out there. Can't be reasoned with. Absolutely will reach you about your car's extended warranty, whether you like it or not. I'm definitely going to be streaming more starting next week. As the basement is complete, I will have peace and quiet downstairs to actually do things. I'm not here cursing workmen. As much fun as that is, not real great for a stream. So we will do a much more regular thing. Probably end up picking 3 days a week to stream, and that'll give me a couple of days to work on actual real content videos, history videos, and that kind of stuff, which I haven't done in a while, which I really need to do. My teacher buddy friends are asking about that. They say, well, we like your hobby stuff, but we also want more history videos, so we'll placate them soon. Nice Mesopotamia video that's just waiting to be filmed, recorded. Got the text, just needs to be recorded. So I'm not worrying about the weapons because I do the weapons in white anyway, with a white base coat. That's not an issue. Oh. Hold you the old-fashioned way if your support breaks off. So I'm pretty heavy with the gold on here, just because it's definitely going for that weathered look. I want them to look like they've been sitting in the sand and losing their paint job for a million years. Strong as their paint jobs are, can't always defeat the ravages of time. They may not have a repainting service in their army. Work with what you got. Two left. And invoke the light again. If you're playing the drinking game at home, you'd probably be drunk by now. Which just makes you a better stream viewer. This dry brush this time. A little bit too much gold. That's all right. Just means the next one will be perfect. Alright, that'll do. That's all the dry brushing. It's definitely not going to be a full 2-hour stream. One, because there's no one here. And two, family will return. I'll need to go and be a parent. Be a family member. Alright, so dry brushing is good. Got all those guys now. Came out looking pretty good. Let's do some purple. Yeah, so Sisters next week. We'll take a break from Robot Legion stuff just because it's really the same paint job over and over again, and if you've seen me do one, then you've seen me do all of them. So we'll mix things up and do purple. And this is the Xenos purple, Xerius purple. It's already pre-watered down and added some flow improver, so don't yell at me for painting out of the jar. It is the consistency I most often use, so that's what I go with. Don't yell at me. Total noob. Painting out of the pot. What are you doing? Saving time. We don't need to mix it on the wet palette if it's all just pre-mixed in the consistency that I like to work with. If I need it thicker, then I will do multiple coats. Bump. Drink. That so I don't have to feel like I have to talk constantly because no one's here. Nice, quiet painting session with 80s synthwave. So much better the second you put purple on them. They start to pump out. And we'll of course do accents and all that later. But just getting the base coat of purple on there looks great. Off to a good start. I'm going to advertise a little bit more. See if that gets anybody else to show up. Just to say hi. Sometimes that's nice. How's it going, Gunner? Just painting up some robots here. Did you celebrate Turkey Day yesterday? Yeah, I'm doing great. Got the whole family over, though. The ladies went out shopping, and my dad took the boys down to the park, so I'd have some time to stream today. So just getting some stuff done while I can. Little moments of productivity. Working on a Blood Asp Prime. That's awesome. I love that. That's a good mech. I like that one. Being not a super huge fan of the newer battle mech designs, Blood Asp is definitely a good one. The Iron Wind Metals. Okay, good. That's a good one. See that. I have a few Iron Wind Metals ones, but most of my old ones are just the Ralph Partha ones going way back. So I have those, and then I have the new stuff. Very large gap in time. A good 15-year gap in time between getting back into the hobby. There's battle mechs and books and all just sat in storage for years and years. Paint some cloaks here. Finally making some progress. Glued together a bunch of not sisters for painting this weekend and next week. So I have something else to do on stream besides painting Robot Legion all the time. You know, as entertaining as that is, it's probably going to get boring for anybody watching on stream for me to paint the 400th Robot Legion cloak purple. mix it up. Do something a little different. And not a dragon, since apparently that's what everybody is painting this week, is the Games Workshop dragons, which I didn't get. One, because they are bloody expensive. Timberwolf I'm working on, it's different. There are a bunch of different versions of the Timberwolf, so I'm not sure which one you have, but it's definitely changed over the years. The original Ralpartha one is very sleek. Doesn't have much bulk to it. And it's also a pain to put together, if I recall correctly. That and the Timberwolf, the Timberwolf, the Mad Dog. Basically, all the original sets of Clan Omnimex were a pain to put together originally, because you needed 3 hands to hold all the pieces. You're trying to super glue all those metal pieces together. Like, all right, I'm holding these two. I've got the bottle of glue, and then a third piece in this finger here, and holding it all together and praying that it sets up, and then before your fingers go numb. And yeah, many a mech has fallen apart after that effort. I'd be really good at gluing models together if I had a third hand. Just a few digits short of being an expert. Get all little. The blood has behaved good. Glad it's behaving. The other annoying one was the Cauldronborn. The Ralpartha Cauldronborn. That one's... Or it might have been Ironwind Metals at that point. That was a pain to put together too. When they have when the torsos are in multiple pieces, that's Jim and Cook. I don't know if that makes things easier or not, or at least you just stop caring so much about failing at it. No, we were playing Everdell last night and drinking peppermint schnapps and getting crazy. It's about as hardcore as we get. Bust out the schnapps. Drink it like it's candy, because it basically is. Yeah, the Ebon Jaguar is my favorite mech, and that's the one that my character piloted for years and years and years. So I have like 5 of them now. Just a solid heavy mech. Some good variants that are different enough to justify their existence. These guys here on camera, and I can show progress. These guys don't have cloaks. Doing the cloaks. You don't have a cloak, you do. Let's do yours. The CG version, well. Nice. Great mech. My youngest son's all about the Kodiak, though. We were looking through the 3050 technical readout, and he was picking which one he wanted to pilot, and when he saw the claws on the Kodiak, he's like, that one's mine. Had to print it off for him. Though it's going to be interesting to see the Kodiak in Jade Falcon colors. It's not a usual battle mech you would see in that force. It's alright though. We suspend our disbelief. We got it in a trial possession or something. Fighting with the Ghost Bears over something. Yeah, pretty solid mech. It was kind of neat in the new version of the technical readout. I don't know how new this is since I haven't purchased a technical readout in 20 years. But the notable mech warriors, little stories they have with each mech, or most of the mechs. Like for the Piranha, we were reading through that one. There's a notable mech warrior who runs a squad, a star of Piranhas, which 12 machine guns times 5, that's 60 machine guns. That's a lot of machine gunning. They were all shooting at one target. It's almost like an LRM effect with the scattering of damage. You're bound to break through somewhere. That's good. Good to have those little stories. This guy's foot didn't print all the way. We're gonna fake it. We'll hide his foot behind some shrubbery. Hunchback 2C, awesome. Yeah, that's a awesome mech as well. Little bit of a ammo hog, but that'll ruin someone's day if you get up close and land your shots. You absolutely need to reach out and touch someone with autocannon fire. There's a bunch of new stuff up on the Catalyst store. We sent out an email. I don't know if you got it, but I was tempted to get one of those new their battle mats, but the ones that were available I already have the paper mats for, so I held off. And I don't have a whole lot of dry powder right now because I've been dumping so much money into resin that the play money account has gotten a little small. A little empty. So, may have to pick those up some other time. See if I get some Christmas goodies. I quite literally just told my friends, buy me resin for Christmas and I will print you stuff. So we'll probably get couple bottles of resin from those guys. They're getting their mech drop boxes. They're going to be busy painting the mechs I've been printing all month. Double hit with AC-20. Yeah, that'll ruin anyone's day. That's at least damage someone that they're pretty much out of the fight, or at least paranoid about getting blown up, even if you aren't successful in killing it. Sonnet waiting on Twitter, waiting for 2 sets to arrive. Oh yeah, the sale thing. Yeah, I'm waiting for that Dragoons box to show up from Barnes & Noble. Like, when was the last time I bought anything from Barnes & Noble? But, didn't even realize they were still a thing. It's like I'm putting in an order of pets.com. What? Didn't you go out of business like 2 decades ago? Oh, headshot with a dice. Yeah, that will ruin their day. Kill the pilot. Those stories are always just fun. Your buddy comes out there with that star of mechs. He thinks they're just going to be awesome, or she thinks they're going to be awesome, and first couple shots of the game, one of them hits the head and just throws a monkey wrench into the plan, into the gears. That's the fun of BattleTech. Sometimes you just aren't graced by the dice gods. That's okay. It's not about winning, it's about blowing stuff up. And that way no one goes away unhappy. So at least stuff blew up. Talking to them. Nice. Yeah, that's a good box. Though, between my buddies and I, we probably have 15 direwolves and timberwolves. I haven't even been printing those off, just because I know they have so many already. But good mechs, and the new sculpts are solid. Probably end up picking up a new box, that specific set, next time it's in the local game shop. So the guy there said he wants to order new BattleTech stuff, but it hasn't been available, so hopefully he'll get in on the sale and get stuff in. So I'd really like to support BattleTech through the store rather than just in ordering direct, because then other people will see it in the store and create new players, hopefully. That mama goes in there, that grandmother goes in there to buy a box for their kid or grandkid and sees the BattleTech starter box. That's awesome. So hopefully will keep happening. In so many ways, it's better than other more popular games at the moment that have rules that are constantly changing and you can't keep up. Whereas BattleTech, things have been pretty much set in stone for the past 30 years, give or take. Something to be said for consistency of gameplay. And I was having a discussion with a buddy the other day about how the BattleTech IP was like way ahead of its game, way ahead of the rest. You know what? I prefer it too, honestly. Just for all of the story reasons. There's so many great stories in BattleTech that. And you can find genuine good guys, and it doesn't have to be this grimdark world where everybody has to be a bad guy. You can have good guys, and there are factions that you can argue are more good than bad. As I was just hinting at this, the IP itself was way ahead of its time. Having leaders that are not just the male of a particular race. You have all sorts of different types of people and lots of representation in having mech warriors. Anybody can be a mech warrior. You're not limited by sex, gender, or whatever. So that, in so many ways, that's really cool. Less corporate. I think it's because it's not as popular, and they're not. If we're just going to compare BattleTech and Games Workshop stuff, Games Workshop has a huge pressure on it to continually improve their sales. So they're going to keep pumping out what sells, and that means more Space Marine stuff. And for BattleTech, the fan base is so passionate about supporting whatever Catalyst does, and before that, when FAST was still around, being supportive of creative people who clearly have a passion for it, rather than just doing it because they have to improve their market share or improve their numbers for the next quarter. So I think that's the difference. It feels less exploitative, I think. When Catalyst comes up with something new and they want to show it off, I don't feel like I'm being fleeced for more cash. Look, we put this lieutenant on a hill and gave him a special gun. Now you have to buy it. No, I don't actually have to buy it. I'm not the only game in town anymore, as I'm demonstrating in the moment. I don't have to buy that $60 box of Necrons. I can sign up for the Patreon for somebody making Robot Legion and print off as many as I want for $10. So. It's a new world, and they're going to need to. GW is going to need to adapt. I don't know how they're going to do that, but they're going to have to. Yeah, Catalyst is gonna. They've got lots of opportunities for growth. I hope that they continually pump out more literature, more campaign stuff, and of course, there's all those mechs they've got to get out there. Depending on, and the fact that you can play anywhere you want in the timeline. If your buddies want to live in the land of 3025, that's great. You do that. If you want to do 3050, 3055, all the way to 3070s, that's the world in which you want to play. That's great. GW is kind of trapped themselves into either being 30k or 40k with their Warhammer 40k stuff, and having to basically rewrite their history to justify new stuff. I know Belisarius' Call is reinventing, inventing, innovating. Just had the crazy idea they could do like Warhammer 50k. That would be weird. They'd just jump ahead in the timeline 10,000 years again. Like a couple of Primarchs came back, and that'd be interesting. As long as they don't do a Dark Age thing. No offense to those who might like Dark Age, but I don't think that was a big win. What to suggest? Yeah, I just don't see how GW can justify the prices. Their IP is strong enough. They could sell Necron. Like, I'd buy Necrons if they were cheaper. I can't justify buying a $60 box of 10 Necrons when I can 3D print them for $10. So 1/6 of the price, and get things that look almost like Necrons. They look cool. They got great detail on them. They've got character. You got to provide something that I can't get for 1/6 of the price. If they embraced 3D printing, I think it would be a good opportunity for them, because they're not going to be able to uninvent the 3D printer, and they can't sue everybody who creates something that looks vaguely like one of their models. That's not a long-term winning strategy. So you're going to have to provide something that you can't get elsewhere. And that's quality models, probably going to have to be at a cheaper price. Indie stocks are half the asking price. Oh, I would never buy stuff from a GW store today. I mean, even if I had one within 200 miles, which I don't. Even when I lived 20 minutes away from one, I almost never purchased anything from it because it was so much more expensive. I had a local RC hobby shop that barely carried Warhammer. They just had a few boxes, but they would order stuff for me and give me, they would give me the Amazon 15% discount. So I just ordered through them and almost never went to the Games Workshop store itself. They do some pretty shady stuff. And I like to talk to store owners when I go in there and just kind of bullshit with them. So I was talking with one near my old place, and he didn't carry GW stuff. And so I asked him, well, is there a reason why you don't carry Games Workshop? And he's like, oh yeah, because we are, they have an agreement where you can't have two stores that are selling GW stuff that are too close. I think it was like 30 miles or something like that. But, and I said, well, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that before. But then within 6 months, he was carrying GW stuff. And I asked him again, and he said, oh, I guess they made an exception to the rule for him. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's interesting. They're trying to protect stores that are producing it, but then kind of product's product, and moving product is moving product. With 3D printing, you go nuts with the detail. Brothers, junior place. I think that a good opportunity for GW would be to embrace the 3D printing and start offering, if they're going to keep going with Warhammer Plus, offer bits. So you keep your subscription. This subscription reward for this month is a Space Marine Lieutenant helmet that you can 3D print. And it could just be little stuff. It could be an arm, or it could be a leg that has a special thing on it. Just as a kind of olive branch to this 3D printing community that's increasingly frustrated with prices. You're just going to keep losing people to it. And you say, all right, you know what? We like 3D printers. We want you to keep buying our models, and we're going to encourage that by offering you bits that work with our models. And I think that would be kind of neat. Here's this month's special thing is like how it used to, yeah, like actually you want to encourage people to purchase your products rather than discouraging them from purchasing your product. You do like customers? Yes? No? Okay. Actually been going longer than I thought it would get to. I hear the little pitter-patter of feet upstairs, so I might have to get going here soon. White Dwarf 190 when Necromunda first came out. There was an Orlock. That kind of stuff's really cool. And they have been doing it a little bit with the White Dwarf stuff when they get the transfers and that kind of stuff. I don't like it when they put rules in there, but... it costs shockingly little to treat your fan base like you actually like them, rather than an enemy that needs to be treated kind of like suspects. But they must know better, or else I'd be doing it. Maybe they've got a plan. So I was looking at those holiday boxes, and I was looking at that Necron box. And for $200, I'd get some Necrons, but I could buy quite a bit of resin and the rest of the Robot Legion stuff that I haven't yet picked up off of my mini factory. And I would have an entire army and as many of them as I want forever. I think it would probably cost me about $75 for the rest of the Robot Legion I haven't yet picked up. But then I would have it forever and I can make as many as I want. I don't know. It's a tough situation to be in for a model company, for sure. And 3D printing has unexpectedly gotten awesome in the last 5 years. It kind of caught people off guard just how good resin has gotten, as we can clearly see. Alright, that's the last of the cloaks. Yeah, we'll see. There's no shortage of people offering GW advice, that's for sure. Gonna have to change this painting water. It has a distinct metallic swirl to it now from all of the gold dry brushing. Alright, I think I need to get going. My kids are upstairs making noise, and I better go parent and do all that. So, appreciate you coming out, Gunner, and hanging out. I'll definitely be doing more streaming starting next week. I think I'm going to do 3 days a week. And then the last 2 days of the week I'll do other video production stuff. Appreciate you coming out, and anyone who watches this later on, appreciate you for doing that. Keep hobbying, be awesome, have a great day.